What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video. Fortuna 2.0 is out, and holy hell, a lot of stuff came with it. Mesa Prime Axis, new weapons, waypoint markers, cause that's the thing. Yeah, new Orb Mother heist things, which I haven't tried out for myself, but we'll get there. So, Baruuk was the new Warframe to drop with this new update, and let's see what he can do. So, I invested 5 Forma into this bad boy. Yeah, I know, I had a build in mind from just playing him and observing his abilities, so I thought, just put this here and there, let's see what we get. Right away when I first saw him, I thought to myself, seeing his stats, that he is one squishy sumbitch. But then after playing him, I found that he is a tank? Kinda? An evasion type tank? So I thought, why not try an Umbral adaptation combo? And furthermore, let's put in a Worm Prime together with a negate augment to prevent status effects, and it turned out pretty damn good. Yeah. I avoid the Worm's crowd dispersion mod because we don't want to knock back the enemy. We want to CC them in peace. Yeah, so Baruuk is all about CC and controlling the battlefield, making it so that he has the upper hand in every encounter. So a quick look at his abilities. Now this is from 2 to 3 hours worth of playing him, so I ain't a pro yet, but this build worked for me. But first, let's start off with his abilities and how they work. His first ability is basically a channeled dodge ability. You're able to dodge any projectile or attack. Basically, you're able to dodge any attack from the enemy as long as you remain passive. Huh? See what they did there? So basically, if you want to be immune from damage, don't attack. Even though you're not meant to attack so that you become immune to damage, all your abilities in place, it allows you to play smart. Control the battlefield, CCing your enemies, disarming them. It's just how you play and how you control the enemy. So basically, it's all about timing and knowing your surroundings and how the enemies attack and where they come from. Hence why I have the enemy sense mod equipped on my Exilus. His 2, lol. Lull is like Equinox's sleep, kinda. Also, kinda works like Nova's Molecular Prime, where it pulsates out when it makes contact with its first few targets. It basically slows down the enemy, then puts him to sleep, leaving them, vulnerable for finishers and all that jazz. And also another cool thing is that you can cast this while hovering. His 3 is like Mace's Shooting Gallery and Nova's Nullstar on crack. I love this ability. It disarms enemies, damages them, and gives you a damage reduction. And his 4, Serene Storm, aka the Pacifist. Well, they're not called that anymore. It's Serene Storm now. So I like the Pacifists. I mean, that was a cool name. You basically need to decay your restraint meter. So the more you dodge, evade, disarm enemies, you will get closer to becoming a melee Zenyatta. The damage is, it's okay, but it's not that good against, higher level armored targets. Even though it has an even distribution of IPS, you get a lot of impact procs, and it ragdolls the enemies, which is kind of annoying sometimes. The cool thing is that your 4 does not consume energy. It's based off your restraint meter, so the more you continue to use it, it'll refill your restraint meter. But at the same time, the more you dodge and disarm enemies, it keeps you, going with your number 4. Also, another good thing, it grants you some damage reduction while you have it active. Pretty sweet. So let's have a look at the build I'm running. Oh yes, like I said, 2 Umbral mods and adaptation. My favorite. Helping his defenses is just really, really good for Baruuk. Flow and streamline, and you won't have energy problems ever. Since he has a massive energy pool, you can leave your 1 running the entire time. Also choose to have Arcane Energize as a good source of energy top up. I was running Grace, but then I figured, you know what, since I'm using my dagger, I can just heal myself pretty easily. So swapped it out for that. Range and power to help his other abilities, mostly his fists. Alright, now his fists. I wasn't really thinking, but yeah, this is what I'm running. It works, but I'll probably change it down the line. And my worm. Worm. Is this how you say it? Worm? The two major mods are Negate and Coolant Leak. It's just so good with this build. Coolant Leak is just an extra layer of CC. And finally, my Grog Nozzle, the dagger, the Zaw dagger. For those who don't know, I name most of my modular weapons after Borderlands 2. And the Grog Nozzle was a pistol that healed you when you damaged an enemy. So it made sense to name my Covert Lethality Exodium Might Zaw dagger the Grog Nozzle. So overall, what do I think of this frame? Well, I enjoyed him a lot. A very unique playstyle. A frame for those who want something new and just, it makes you feel like you're in a kung fu movie. I mean, that's friggin' awesome. What do I think they need to rework? Definitely how his fists work. I mean, the visuals and sound effects for this frame are stunning. For sure one of my favorites. But the way his attacks interact with the mobs is just hard to deal with. What's the point of ragdolling? If that's a bug, then hopefully it gets fixed. If not, then shit. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see some more crazy ass builds, go ahead and hit that subscribe for more. And as always, peace.